So now we're going to see how to make a map in Go. And we'll do this in 021 map. And create a new file, main.go, and package main, func main. And we could just do composite literal. So composite literal is going to be the type. It'll be a map, and the key will be a string. And the value will be an int. And then we could put entries in there. And so we need a string, and this would be like James, and probably 32. And then we have Jenny, and probably like 24. And then we could func.println the map. Let's just make sure that all works. Go cd 021. Go run main.go. And then you save it. And there's the map. Jenny, James 32, Jenny 24. And so then we could look at like accessing those in a different way. We could give it the key. And if we gave it the key James, and if we gave it the key Jenny, we could see their ages. Undefined James, Jenny, string, what am I doing wrong? M, double quotes, I need quotes around it. It's been a year, people. It's been a year since I taught this class. I wish I got to do it more frequently. So there's accessing by the key. And then the next thing is when you access by a key, you kind of do this OK check. And I could have it come back out so I could see if there is a value at a certain key. And I could do it like that. And so I could say M and access James. And then I could func.println v, and same thing. Okay. And if I copied all that and looked for Jack, that'll give me something different. And then the last thing it's good to know about is we could do a for range loop. So just like if we had a slice of int, so slice of int, or a slice of something, right? I could do for index value colon equals range slice of int, and then func.println index value, and that should print out index value. No new variables on the left side, equal line, command and click, 18. Okay, so I'm redeclaring and I just need to assign. And so here is my for range over my slice. And you can see the 0, the value, and then also, so 32 is James Bond's age, and true, it's okay. And 0, there's nothing there, and false for Jack, right? Like it didn't come up, and then I printed over this. Do you see that? Are you correlating that output? And then also, we could do that with a map. And so we could do for, and instead of index value, it's key value. And these variable names could be anything. And range over that map we created. And then we could print line, you know, map key value. And so that's the map output. This is the slice output. And so that's a lot kind of thrown at you quickly. And what's the idea? What's the difference between a slice and a map? And so slice is good for storing values of the same type. A bunch of flavors for ice cream, right? They're all going to be strings. So you'd have slice of flavors. So if I wanted to do a slice of flavors, I might create type flavor, and that would be an underlying type of string. And then I could create a slice of flavor, and in here I would do a slice of flavor, and that could be like chocolate, vanilla, double chocolate. You just gotta love the chocolate. And I could I could do, for index value, colon equals range, my slice of flavor, and I could func.println flavors and index value. Chocolate, vanilla, double chocolate. And so this is kind of like an interesting way to start documenting your code. Like I created a type flavor, and its underlying type is a string. So when you hear people talk about Go is all about type, it's like, wow, that's interesting. I created my own type. And if I look to see what is the type of one of these things, and so I could also do, I'll just make that a print. And then I'll do a dash. And I'll do a func.printf. And I'll say type and %t to give me the type and \n for the new line. And I want the value. And so now when I print this or run it, it's not adding my spaces. Print, what are my choices? Print, printf, printline. I'm going with print. I'll go with printf, flavors, and it's going to be a %d for index and %s for string, and then my dash. And so I could get rid of this ending part. Flavors, chocolate, vanilla. And you can see that the type is flavor. But I could also assert the type. Right? Through conversion, I could convert the type. So printf, I'll do this. Converted %t new line. I'll get rid of that one. And we're going to pass in string v. Right? So I am converting that underlying type, which is flavor. I'm converting it to a string. So the type, when it's converted, is a string. So that's the underlying type. Because I created type flavor, the underlying type is string, so flavor is of the underlying type is string. And I created a slice of flavor, and then I looked at the type of the value for each of those entries in the slice, and I saw that it's type flavor declared in package main. And then I was able to, since the underlying type of flavor is string, I was able to convert flavor back to a string. When I print out that type, it shows me string. And so the point of this is to start to show you that Go is about type. You can create your own types. And when you use a slice, you're storing things of a similar type. So you might use a slice for flavor, right? And then for orders, or like if this was an ice cream shop, like where would a map come in? So anytime you're looking up something by key and value, so maybe I have, type order, and it's going to be a map, and the index will be an int, and then the value, so the key is going to be an int, and the value will be a slice of flavor, right? That will be the value that's stored there. So if I create a new order, so order 1, O1, sorry, I'll just create orders. This will be orders because I'll have many in there. And I create a new structure to hold orders. So O : orders. And it's going to have, sorry, I have orders as type map, and now I need to instantiate the map. Hold on one second, just thinking this through. O is equal to okay, so orders is a map, and then to use that, I'm going to have a key, just like I did up here. I'm going to have a key of whatever that is, and then a value. So my key will be like order 001, and then the value, just like I did up here, will be a slice of flavor. So I'll do a slice of flavor, and then another composite literal, and this person just ordered chocolate. And let's see if this works. And then order 2, and I might be wrong here, another slice of flavor, because that's the value. And this order had 1 scoop of vanilla. We only sell single scoops here. And 1 scoop of double chocolate. And I need my trailing comma there. And it's not liking that. Oh, it's an int. There we go. And then I need to use O. So if we range over O for key value : range O, and that's going to give us the key and the value, print line. So order number %d, we'll do printf, had, and this is a slice of slices, or it's just a slice, so we have entries in there. So order number %d, and this is going to be the key. And now we're going to do for index value : range value, which is the slice. I'll do func.printf, and this is a %s space, and that's going to be VV. So it will print out. We're not using the index, so we could just throw it away. And then at the end of that, we'll do func.printf, a new line. I don't know what's going to happen. Order number 1 had chocolate. Order number 2 had vanilla, double chocolate, right? We could add a comma if we wanted. So I just threw a whole lot of code at you, and don't get overwhelmed. But notice what I wanted to illustrate was the slice stores value. Like, what do we use these different data structures for? The slice stores values of the same type. So it could have been a type int, could have been a type string. I took it a little further and I said, let's create our own type flavor, like we're creating an application for an ice cream shop, right? So you kind of saw this thing where we could start to create types, and that starts to give semantic value to our code. So semantic meaning this has, if you look up semantic, is relating to meaning in language or logic. So, you know, by having a type flavor, that has meaning or logic to it. And when we have a slice of flavor, this is really pretty self-documenting code. It's readable code. And so we use a slice to kind of aggregate, compose together. It's an aggregate data structure, a composite data structure. We use a slice to aggregate together, compose together values of the same type. These are all type flavor. We use a map. We use a map to bring together things where you have some sort of key value relationship. So here we're just entering them in as order numbers, and the order is going to have, you know, and so maps are really quick to look things up too. So key value, and that's kind of like database, right? Like if you have the key field, the unique ID, you can look up a record. Likewise, in this map, if I have the key, I can look up the record, the value. And so if I had multiple entries here in this map, so there's strawberry, there is peanut butter, chocolate, there is mint chocolate, and then we'll get rid of these here. And then, interestingly, maps for init, so the loop is init condition post, right? So for I (equals 0), condition I is less than 10, and post I++, and we're going to say loop number %d I, and then we're going to print out we'll just add a space there. We're going to print out our map, which is O, our order. So we're going to print this 10 times. Duplicate key 2 in map literal. Thank you. How do I make this view thing go away? Appearance and Command B. I thought these were supposed to come out mixed up. Oh, if I range over the map, they come out mixed up. Let me range over the map. and for key value, colon equals range O, func.print f, and it's going to just be %s space, and that will be the value, and I don't need the key. Well, I guess I could do the key. We'll just do the value. And then at the last one, outside that, I need func.println. Just give me a new line. So notice how it accesses these each time I loop. It gives me slightly different mixed up results. You can't, the order is not guaranteed in a map. Right? They're coming out different orders. When I say, hey, just start giving me the stuff, loop over it, you don't get a guaranteed order in a map. A slice, you're always going to get a guaranteed order. So if I had the same thing as a slice, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, like if this was all a slice, let's do a slice. So XF2, because I think I already did this. That's going to be a slice of flavor. And what do we have? These flavors. Getting sick and tired driving up and down the same old strip. Go to a place where the kids are hip. So if I for range over this many times, like the order is guaranteed in a slice. Order is not guaranteed in a map. Let's add slice loop number and map loop number. So the main takeaway that you want to get from this is a slice is for storing values of the same type. A map is for storing things where you got to associate one thing with another thing. Like a database, right? This is customer 4. Who's customer 4? Well, look at the entry, you know? Or this is order 3. What was order 3? Well, look at the entry, right? Like here with this map, orders, right? We could have the order number, that's the key, and then the order is going to be whatever flavors they ordered. And we have the ability to put multiple flavors there. Only single scoop. So we'd have to expand this data structure if we wanted to capture more stuff. And there's another data structure we're going to look at, a struct, which allows us to kind of add to our skill set here. But the main takeaway is that a slice, values of the same type. A map is key value. A slice, the order is always going to be, what's at index 4 is always going to be at index position 4. Right? Like if I ask for, hey, give me a what's at index position XF2, index position 4, right? That's always going to be, there's always going to be something at index position 4. And it is mint chocolate, right? 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 peanut butter chocolate, 4 is mint chocolate. So we're always going to have something at that position. And by the way, when you see this error, runtime error, index out of range. I'm asking for something at position 5, and I only have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have anything at position 5. So it's saying, you know, index out of range. I'm asking for something. So you always have things at the same spot. You always have things at the same spot in the slice. A map's going to be different order. How many people are following me? Raise your hand. How many people feel a little blown out of the water? Okay, good. So you got it, and then you got exposed to a few new things, like you know, the new things that you got exposed to is creating your own type. And so what I want you to do now is I'll leave it on this screen here because you're seeing both a slice being created, and you're also seeing, let me get a different map. Just try to get some code that, all right, so we'll leave it on, well, you know, you could do this, watch, you ready? Command B, and open this over here. Command B, get rid of that. And then there's the top of the code. And that takes us to line 33. And here's 34 on. Comprende. Does that look good? So you guys can work with that? Y'all can work with that? So create a slice, create a map, range over it, put some values in it, get to know these slice and map types, okay?